Day 71. Hard to see. It's day 71. The 1,000-day challenge. Let's get into it. Back with the Holy Bible. Another day, another night. Let's go. Festus declares him to be mad. And as he thus spake for himself, Festus said with a loud voice, Paul, thou art beside thyself. Much learning doth make thee mad. But he said, I am not mad, most noble Festus, but speak forth the words of truth and soberness. For the king knoweth of these things, before whom I also speak freely, for I am persuaded that none of these things are hidden from him, for this thing was not done in a corner. King Agrippa, believest thou the prophets? I know that thou believest. Then Agrippa said unto Paul, Almost thou persuadest me to be a Christian. And Paul said, I would to God, that not only thou, but also all that hear me this day, were both almost and altogether such as I am, except these bonds. And when he had thus spoken, the king rose up, and the governor, and Bernice, and they sat with them. Hey, how's it going? You having a good night? Appeal to Rome granted. And when they were gone aside, they talked between themselves, saying, This man doeth nothing worthy of death or of bonds. Then said Agrippa unto Festus, This man might have been set at liberty if he had not appealed unto Caesar. That's good. That's what we want to hear. Been a busy day, I hope. Busy days are good days. That's what we want. Well, busy good days. You know what I mean. Chapter 27. Paul's voyage to Rome. And when it was determined that we should sail into Italy, they delivered Paul and certain other prisoners unto one named Julius, a centurion of Augustus's band. And entering into a ship of Adramyttium, we launched, meaning to sail by the coasts of Asia. One Aristarchus, a Macedonian of Thessalonica, being with us. Ooh, that's hard. And the next day we touched at Sidon, and Julius courteously entreated Paul, and gave him liberty to go unto his friends to refresh himself. And when we had launched from thence, we sailed under Cyprus, because the winds were contrary. And when we had sailed over the sea of Cilicia and Pamphylia, we came to Myra, a city of Lycia. And there the centurion found a ship of Alexandria sailing into Italy, and he put us therein. And when we had sailed slowly many days, and scarce were come over against Cnidus, the wind not suffering us, we sailed under Crete over against Salmone, and, hardly passing it, came unto a place which is called the Fair Havens, nigh whereunto was the city of Lasea. Now when much time was spent, and when sailing was now dangerous, because the fast was now already past, Paul admonished them, and said unto them, Sirs, I perceive that this voyage will be with hurt and much damage, not only of the lading and ship, but also of our lives. Nevertheless, the centurion believed the master and the owner of the ship, more than those things which were spoken by Paul. And because the haven was not commodious to winter in, the more part advised to depart thence also, if by any means they might attain to Phenice, and there to winter. I don't even know what I'm reading, which is an haven of Crete, and lieth toward the southwest and northwest. And when the south wind blew softly, supposing that they had obtained their purpose, loosening thence, they sailed close by Crete. But not long after there arose against it a tempestuous wind, called Euroclydon. And when the ship was caught, and could not bear up into the wind, we let her drive. And running under a certain island, which is called Clauda, we had much work to come by the boat. Which, when they had taken up, they used helps, ungirding the ship, and fearing lest they should fall into the quicksands, strake sail, and so were driven. And we, being exceedingly tossed with a tempest, the next day they lightened the ship. And the third day we cast out with our own hands the tackling of the ship. And when neither sun nor stars in many days appeared, and no small tempest lay on us, all hope that we should be saved was then taken away. But after long abstinence, Paul stood forth in the midst of them, and said, Sirs, ye should have hearkened unto me, and not have loosed from Crete, and to have gained this harm and loss. And now I exhort you to be of good cheer, for there shall be no loss of any man's life among you, but of the ship. And there stood by me this night the angel of God, whose I am, and whom I serve, saying, Fear not, Paul, thou must be brought before Caesar. And lo, God hath given thee all them that sail with thee. Wherefore, sirs, be of good cheer, for I believe God, that it shall be even as it was told me. Howbeit we must cast upon a certain island. But when the 14th night was come, as we were driven up and down in Adria, about midnight the shipmen deemed that they drew near to some country, and sounded, and found it 20 fathoms. And when they had gone a little further, they sounded again, and found it 15 fathoms. What's this? Here we go. What's going on? Hello, Fluffy Puff. That's an interesting name. Switzerland. Interesting. Haven't had anyone from Switzerland yet. How are you doing? What's this? Oh, my thing's not up. It should be popping up on the stream. Yes, I love Goku, yeah. Vegeta. Lol. You're new to Twitch, are you? I thought you were my friend. He likes to come back on, he likes to get new accounts all the time. And trick me. So it's not you, Kushdab, is it? No, you'd say you were from India then, I'm sure. And your English would be a little bit... not so good. Switzerland, well. Haven't had anyone from Switzerland. You came at an interesting time. We're reading the Bible. Girl, why you have so much energy? Oh, that's because I'm a very energetic man. That's just the way it is. I'm full of life. You got to if you want to be as busy as I am. Looks like you are very positive. Oh, well, you can only try, can't you? See, this fella here, he inspires you, you know? You got to keep going. What about you? Are you a positive person? Are the Swiss positive people? You are cute as well. Now I'm thinking this is Kushdub. Plus you are a Goku fan. Great combo. Yeah, I guess so. I don't really think I'm cute. I'm just an oddball. But yeah. But we're not going to go there. I'm a married man. Sorry to break any hearts. It's just the way it is. But yes, we're reading the Bible at the moment. Wife is a lucky woman, no idea. Well, you know, I try to tell her that, but a man can only be so humble. Did you read Berserk? We've got Berserk somewhere, but no, I haven't read it actually. But he's also a lucky man. That's right. 100%. Berserk, yeah. No, I've seen the show, but I've never really read the comics. My wife has, because she gets it from her brother. But I never got around to it. Because I got this, and I've still got Vagabond. Have you ever heard of that? It's like about the Masashi story. Alright, Fluffy Puff. Alrighty. Don't read it if you don't want trauma. Well, I kind of know what it's about, but I haven't actually read it yet. I know it's pretty brutal, you know what I mean? Yeah, the Bible's got its moments. I remember hearing that Christ getting crucified is kind of the most tragic story in the way that it's like he's an innocent man, he's pure, he's just. All these people turn on him. All he does is save people. One of his best friends betrays him. He gets killed in front of his mother. It's like, it's a pretty tragic story. Have you seen Passion of the Christ? Oh yeah. Fat Boy is live. Not so fat anymore. More sub 80 kilos now. And I didn't even have to smoke crystal meth to do it. Would you believe it? Alright, Fluffy Puff, what colour flag do you want? See this big map behind me? See all those... Oh, fucking hell, still don't know. I'm used to it because I see it there and I think it's this way. You pick a colour, yeah? And you get... I'll put it in Switzerland, which is somewhere in Europe. So yeah. You got to pick a color. You got white, black, orange, green, yellow, red, blue, purple. So you got to pick one of these. And then I'll put it in there. Yeah, that's my head. That's the biblical face, that emote. I call that biblical. So I used to try grow a beard. But it doesn't work too well for me. Do orange. Wow, no one's chosen orange before. Alrighty, whereabouts in Switzerland are you? I think it's above Germany and it's towards like northwest Europe. Beneath Scandinavia, I'm pretty sure. I've got a rough idea where it is. See this handsome man. Lol. Whereabouts in Switzerland are you from? Lol. It'd be funny if it was Kushtab. I need a rough location. Central Switzerland, North Switzerland, South Switzerland, East, West. If you give me a location, I kind of just look it up and then I plant it as close as I can to the place. Don't make me angry, I will call him. Central Switzerland, alrighty. I don't know. Swiss. There we go, right there. Right next to France. Alright. Oh, it's hard to pinch if you put it on there so tight. Oh, come on, I can't pinch it.
Twist.
There we go. Stab.
Twist, twist, twist.
I've never struggled with them like this. The fuck? Is it blunt or something? Oh, it's got no point.
Find one with one.
Look at that. It's got no point. I was wondering why I was struggling. There's no actual point on it. Come on, show it. Ah, well. That's ridiculous. There we go. Wonder it wasn't going through. There we go. Picked one with no point on it. Bloody hell. I thought something was wrong with me. Can't believe that one hasn't got a point on it. Did they put it in backwards?
Mm-hmm.
I think they did. The point's on the inside of the flag.
Oh my gosh. You gotta pull it apart.
Yeah, I gotta pull it out and hammer it back in the other way. Ugh. Hope I don't get that one again. Hey, don't call me a goat. What do you mean? I joke. Alrighty. Where was I?
Simp. What's simp?
What do you mean?
Simpler.
What's simple out? This guy right here is the goat. Who's that little fella there with the Craigasm? Oh dear. I try not to pull that face. Because certain people will make strange they'll do strange things with it, with my likeness. Which isn't the best. The angel of God whom I serve, saying, fear not, Paul, lo behold this, so it shall be as it was told me. Happy. There we go. Alright, I found where it was. I see. See? Yeah, that's the biblical photo. One day I'll grow a beard again. I'm gonna wait till like I'm 40 or 50. And then once the testosterone dips down, then I'll take a lot of testosterone and then my hair will fall out of my head. And then I'll be able to grow a great beard. Yeah, you can tell me a joke. I'm just gonna read a little bit more because I gotta get through this. But yes, yeah, you can tell me. But when the 14th night was come, as we were driven up and down in Adria, about midnight the shipmen deemed that they drew near to some country. and sounded and found it 20 fathoms. I did read this. And when they had gone a little further, they sounded again and found it 15 fathoms. Then, fearing lest we should have fallen upon rocks, they cast 4 anchors out of the stern and wished for the day. And as the shipmen were about to flee out of the ship, when they had let down the boat into the sea, under colour as though they have been cast anchors out of the foreship, Paul said to the centurion and to the soldiers, "Except these abide in the ship, ye cannot be saved." Then the soldiers cut off the ropes of the boat and let her fall off. And while the day was coming on, Paul besought them all to take meat, saying, "This day is the 14th day that ye have tarried and continued fasting, having taken nothing. Wherefore I pray you to take some meat, for this is for your health. For there shall not an hair fall from the head of any of you." And when he had thus spoken, he took bread, and gave thanks to God in presence of them all. And when he had broken it, he began to eat. Then were they all of good cheer, and they also took some meat. And we were in all the ship 260 souls. And when they had eaten enough, they lightened the ship, and cast out the wheat into the sea. And when it was day, they knew not the land, but they discovered a certain creek with a shore, into the which they were minded, if it were possible, to thrust in the ship. Ooh. And when they had taken up the anchors, they committed themselves unto the sea, and loosed the rudder bands, and hoised up the mainsail to the wind, and made toward shore. There you go. Is the punchline me? What you call a cheese that isn't yours? Nacho cheese. That's so old, bro. That's so old. I haven't heard that one in... That's old. Where did you first hear that? Where do people hear that? Nacho cheese. I think I read that in a magazine years ago, like for kids, a little kids magazine. Go on, do a new one, yep. Swiss cheese, because you're from Switzerland. Yep. That's the cheese of the Bible, because it's very holy. Yeah, where do you find the holy cheese? Yeah, in Switzerland, yeah. That's probably already been done as a joke, though, to be honest.
Jesus' favorite cheese.
Yeah. What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. Is that right? Yep. Yeah, there we go. This is stuff I say to my kids. How did you know? I do another one. I might, maybe I'm just on a roll. I kind of yeah. I tell all sorts of stuff. I literally grab a bread, like a roll from the shop, you know, and I'll put it on the ground, and I'll put my foot on it, and I'll say to my kids, "Hey, look, kids, I'm on a roll." Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Alright, I don't think I've heard this one. Why? Because he was outstanding in his field. Fuck, I think I might have heard that one. I just didn't remember it. That's not bad. That's not bad. You heard of that one? Yep. Like, you know, you do it in the store, man. You can do it like the stupid puns. Like, you grab the mushrooms. You said, "I know you haven't got mushroom for any of this, but we're gonna fit it in." You know, just stupid shit like that, just non-stop, to the point where they're running away. They can't. They're so sick of it. Even you shake your head. Another one.
I enjoy them now.
Do you? Oh, but it does get a little bit relentless sometimes. When you're on a roll, you're really on a roll, you know. Even you, yeah, nah, she's not safe. Why don't eggs tell jokes?
It'll crack them up.
Yeah, because it'll crack them up or something. Yeah. They tell jokes. Yeah, they'd crack up. Oh, it's close. Where are you getting these from? Where are you getting these? Yeah, they tell jokes, they crack up. Yeah, there's a few things you could think of for it. Have you got a book? Have you got a joke book? The same magazine you found years ago. Yeah, what was it? It was it like K-Mag or something? Do you remember that? K-Mag? Is that what it was called? K-Time? K-Time magazine. Yeah. And that's where I figured out with like Santa Claus when it was going on. It made some joke about him going all around the world and I was like, hold on.
Mhm.
Why did the math book look sad? Too many problems. Yep. But it should, if it was a good book, it would have had the solutions, and that would make them happy. Anyway, the shipwreck. We'll get through this little video. And falling into a place where two seas meet, they ran the ship aground, and the forepart stuck fast, and remained unmovable. But the hinder part was broken with the violence of the waves. And the soldiers' counsel was to kill the prisoners, lest any of them should swim out and escape. But the centurion, willing to save Paul, kept them from their purpose, and commanded that they which could swim should cast themselves first into the sea and get to land. It is very funny. Yeah, no, that's all right. I do like to laugh. I do, yeah. Oh. Ah. What? This is the great humour of 17-year-old. One more. Oh, yeah, of course. Please. I love it. You choose not to. The escape to Melita. And the rest. Some on boards, and some on broken pieces of the ship. And so it came to pass that they escaped all safe to land. Chapter 28. Even events at Melita. And when they were escaped, then they knew that the island was called Melita. And the barbarous people shewed us no little kindness, for they kindled a fire, and received us every one, because of the present rain, and because of the cold. And when Paul had gathered a bundle of sticks, and laid them on the fire, there came a viper out of the heat, and fastened on his hand. And when the barbarians saw the venomous beast hang on his hand, they said among themselves, No doubt this man is a murderer, whom thou he hath escaped the sea, yet vengeance suffered not to live. And he shook off the beast into the fire, and felt no harm. How simple, just get the fuck off me. Howbeit they looked when he should have swollen, or fallen down dead suddenly. But after they had looked a great while, they saw no harm come to him. They changed their minds, and said that he was a god. In the same quarters were possessions of the chief man of the island, whose name was Publius. Oh, that's a weird one. Publius. My goodness. Who received us, and lodged us 3 days courteously. I have to stop. I'm going to start laughing. Publius. Stream shipwreck with a side of puns. Yep. What's this one? How does a cow do math? With a calculator. Oh, that's a bit, that's I don't know. As my dad would say, you know, because my dad thinks he's a funny guy all the time. Like it was weird because my dad was always telling jokes and cracking jokes. And then when I try to tell a joke, he'd be like, "What are you doing, buddy?" He'd make out it was so unimpressive. He's like, "No, you can't. No." Now he laughs, but every now and again, now I do the same thing back to him. He'll tell a joke, and I'm like, "No, you can do better than that." Thank you. I am girl, not guy. Yeah, we say mate to like girls and guys over here. See? I say it to my wife sometimes. Thanks, mate. I am a girl too. For Aussies, we say mate. That's right, yeah. We say it to males. We say it to females. We say it to the dog. You know, when the dog comes up, how's it going, mate? You know, we're real happy with him. Mr. Ajax. See the little tokens? See that little token down there? Can you see the little Ajax token? That's the dog. I'll get him up on the bed, but he's sleeping at my daughter's feet at the moment. Little Ajax. Let's see. I'll show you Ajax. He's on the Discord. Where is he? It fell crummy. It was crumbling. This is the great Ajax, ready? This fella right here. There he is. Pretty sure that's what the token... No, was that the token photo? We love this guy right here. He's a good fella. Basking in the sun. Getting a pat. There we go. That's the great Ajax. There's prepping for a bath stream. Anyway. Yep. I shouldn't advertise the bath stream right now. Sometimes that happens, and we do that, and I get little ducks. And I put the duck on my shoulder. And then I put one little duck on my head. And then I put all these ducks in the bath. Who defeated Goku? What do you mean? What do you mean who defeated Goku? I think Black Frieza, my goat. What? I don't think so. I have a shirt with Goku on it. It's I take it to the gym. It motivates me. Some people look at Arnold Schwarzenegger and that. Some people use people like this, you know, Mike O'Hearn. Or I use Goku. He's the guy. He's the one. And people compliment the shirt all the time. They're like, "That's a great shirt." All the Christians compliment my Bibles and biceps shirt, and everyone else compliments the Goku shirt. Just saying, good dies often and gets revived. Cheetah. Oh, Goku. Yeah, true, yeah. I'm trying to show the kids. They said they didn't like it because, you know, I don't know why, but then you watch Dragon Ball and you can see Goku and he's got his tiny little wee out and, fuck, that's a great show. It's so funny. Mum says kids should sleep early, otherwise goat will come. What? What are you talking about? Now my suspicions are rising. I don't know what's going on here.
There was a hint.
Yeah?
I wrote 17-year-old.
17. You didn't.
That person's 17.
Yeah.
So you're not a pedophile.
No, I ain't no pedo, no.
A bit young.
I'm very confused now. I'm a simple man. I'm easily flabbergasted, right? So you can already tell I'm an old man. You can tell just by looking at me. Got that look.
Sounded like a bot or a scam. You be careful. Is it Kushab?
Is it you, Kushtab? Is it really you? I don't want to have to take the flag out. I hope this is a real person, not you.
Kushab 17.
Why am I? Is he? I hope so. So it's not like Lily.
Why I'm real. They did say that they were 17, told you.
Okay. In the same quarters were possessions of the chief man of the island, yes, whose name was Publius, who received us and lodged us 3 days courteously. And it came to pass that the father of Publius lay sick of a fever and of a bloody flux, to whom Paul entered in and prayed and laid his hands on him and healed him. So when this was done, others also, which had diseases in the island, came and were healed, who also honoured us with many honours, and when we departed, they laded us with such things as were necessary. And after 3 months we departed in a ship of Alexandria, which had wintered in the isle, whose sign was Castor and Pollux. And landing in Syracuse, we tarried there 3 days. And from thence we fetched a compass, and came to Rhegium. And after 1 day the south wind blew, and we came the next day to Puteoli, or Puteoli, well, I didn't even say that, Puteoli, where we found brethren, and were desired to tarry with them 7 days, and so we went toward Rome. And from thence, when the brethren heard of us, they came to meet us as far as these fucking words, and the 3 taverns, whom when Paul saw, he thanked God and took courage. Kusht. I mean, I am real. You saying I'm not. Kushtab. There he is. Speak of him and he appears. Was it you cheeky fuck? Why don't scientists trust atoms? I've had this before where I thought someone was 2 different people and they weren't. And then I've had it where they are. Because they make up everything. True. Yeah, I've heard of that one. Oh, I'm so confused right now. That's true. They do make up literally everything. God is everywhere. Oh. The arrival at Rome.
Why aliens don't come on Earth.
We are the aliens. And when we came to Rome, the centurion delivered the prisoners to the captain of the guard, but Paul was suffered to dwell by himself with a soldier that kept him. And it came to pass that after 3 days Paul called the chief of the Jews together. Oh man, my reading's bad today. And when they were come together, he said unto them, Men and brethren, though I have committed nothing against the people or customs of our fathers, yet was I delivered prisoner from Jerusalem into the hands of the Romans, who, when they had examined me, would have let me go, because there was no cause of death in me. But when the Jews spake against it, I was constrained to appeal unto Caesar, not that I had aught to accuse my nation of. For this cause, therefore, have I called for you, to see you, and to speak with you, because that for the hope of Israel I am bound with this chain. And they said unto him, We neither received letters out of Judea concerning thee, neither any of the brethren that came shewed or spake any harm of thee. But we desire to hear of thee what thou thinkest. For as concerning the sect, we know that everywhere it is spoken against. Ugh. I hope you mind my bad English, because I mostly speak Spanish. In Switzerland.
And the delay between Gustav and this person commenting. Yeah.
Because they are afraid of goat. But, yeah. You mostly speak Spanish. My goodness. Yeah, there's the goat emoji. I like that.
That's Gustav.
I don't understand what's going on.
Now what's the delay? Oh.
Oh, that was pretty quick. What is that?
Do you want me to find out?
No, hold on. I'm already on it. No, tell me in English, motherfucker. Why don't you trust me? Yeah, I did. Why don't you trust me? It's so cool. Yep.
Swiss don't speak Spanish.
How many Swiss people speak Spanish?
All of them, apparently.
Is it common? This one.
It's uncommon.
Especially a 17-year-old. I'm sorry, you've piqued my curiosity. I am becoming sus.
listen. So only 2% of Swiss people speak Spanish.
2% of people speak, yeah. 2% of people in Switzerland speak Spanish. Do you have Spanish heritage? Yeah, maybe. I'm genuinely stunned. Paul preaches there. Unless you're an immigrant. Me also. And when they had appointed him a day, there came many to him into his lodging. Oh, doesn't sound good. To whom he expounded, at least he didn't get pounded, and testified the kingdom of God, persuading them concerning Jesus, both of the law of Moses and out of the prophets, from morning till evening. Lucky it was expounded. And some believed the things which were spoken, and some believed not. And when they agreed not among themselves, they departed. After that Paul had spoken one word, well spake the Holy Ghost by Isaiah the prophet unto our fathers, saying, Go unto this people, and say, Hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and not perceive. For the heart of this people is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes have they closed, lest they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. Be it known therefore unto you, that the salvation of God is sent unto the Gentiles, and that they will hear it. And when he had said these words, the Jews departed, and had great reasoning among themselves. And Paul dwelt 2 whole years in his own hired house, and received all that came in unto him, preaching the kingdom of God, and teaching those things which concern the Lord Jesus Christ, with all confidence, no man forbidding him. The epistles of Paul the Apostle. As early as the mid-2nd century AD, the letters addressed at a century earlier by the Apostle and occasional associates to specify situations in churches were collected into a corpus, increasingly known throughout the expanding Christian world. The context for them is partially provided by the account in Acts. The epistle of Paul the Apostle to the Romans. So we're up to Romans number 1. Finally, we finished Acts. How long does Romans go for? Not very long. Not very long at all. And then we're up to Corinthians. Okay. You got me. I'm originally from Switzerland, but currently in USA. You got me. But it's true that I mostly speak Spanish. And that's also true that this guy's the GOAT. Well, I appreciate being called the GOAT. I will take it. The Magnificent One likes praise. He really does. Whereabouts in America are you? Now we just got to trust the process. We got to trust the flow. Washington. Have you seen Mr. Trump? El Presidente, as you might call him. No? So you have not been deported as of that, as thus far, you know? But I know the White House. I knew a crack house. But that's beside the point, isn't it? Study visa. What are you studying? Crack. Are you studying, the crackheads? Medical, I suppose, yeah. So you would see a lot of crackheads then. Or fentanyl. They're big on the fentanyl in America. What are you going to get into, like, in the medical field? You're going to be you just want to be a doctor? Do you want to be a surgeon? Do you want to be, like a psychiatrist? What field are you looking at? Don't be like Jean-Pierre. All right, I'll tell you the story of Jean-Pierre. All right. Going to go soon in college here. Oh, yeah, that's good. But let me tell you the story of Jean-Pierre. All right, he works at the cancer hospital, okay? With my wife, she had melanoma, and so we had to go to there's a hospital in the city where you go when you got, like, cancers. And so before we went in there, we thought, you know what, we're going to go to this restaurant that's out the front. This was last year. And so when we went, it's called the Rice Cooker. It's a really yummy restaurant. And when we were sitting in there and we are having these meals, I had these spicy noodles with these little lotus chips and stuff. I didn't even know you could make chips out of lotus. That's what we should buy. Get those lotus or make it ourselves. Go to the market. And then what happened was we were sitting there having a lovely time. And then next to us, we heard this guy with his French accent. And he was talking away to these two lovely ladies. And he was chatting them right up, yeah? He was chatting them up something shocking. And he was chatting them up by talking about cancer cures and talking about cancer treatments and cancer this and cancer that. And these ladies were like looking at each other like stunned. Because he's this like tall man. I suppose reasonably good looking. I don't know. I don't really know. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. But yeah, I was like, you know, I was listening to him talking, he's French Canadian. Oh, we have this new cancer treatment, and these ladies, they didn't seem particularly interested. Like, I don't know if that's a great topic if you're gonna hit on someone. You know, like, oh yeah, we're gonna cancer this and cancer that, and then sure enough, when we went into the hospital, who happens to be our doctor out of everyone? None other than this French Canadian. And I said, would you believe it? He said there was a French Canadian that like we just sat next to one at the restaurant. That's what I said to him in the consultation room. I said just like earlier, like we had lunch across the road, and there was a French Canadian there too. Would you believe it? And he sounded just like you, and he looked just like you, and he was talking to two ladies trying to hit on him or do something. And but yeah, no, what a coincidence! What a small world.
And then he fucked up.
And he said, maybe it was. I said, was it you by any chance? He's like, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. And I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure it was.
And then he plays stabby with my leg.
Yeah, exactly. You could tell it was him because he went, ha ha ha.
He farted.
But I heard that fight a lot. What is this? Just a little afraid of American teens because they are very dangerous from what I've heard. All teenagers are dangerous. But I heard they fight a lot. You're thinking of the Bloods and the Crips, man. You can get a gun now, can't you? Or do you have to be a citizen? Oh, that's sad. I was going to say, just get a gun. That's what you can do in America, I thought. You just say, excuse me, I want that big one. That rocket launcher on the wall. Or maybe they won't give you one of the big rocket launchers, the big guns. Maybe they'll give you like a little one because you're on a student visa. You want a big one? Oh, I wish I had a big one. An Aussie promoting guns, yeah, because we just have what is it, bats and swords, and everyone gets stabbed. Nobody gets shot anymore. No, medical students are not dangerous. What's this? I love the Australian cricket team. Oh yeah, we're very Australian, yeah. What do you mean it sounds sad? I don't know. I said, what? Who sounds sad? Hey, what did you do?
I don't know. I think it was your baseball bat.
Oh, my bat. We can't shoot anyone anymore. Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. Yeah, well, you can't shoot home invaders anymore. Well, you can't do anything to home invaders over here. If a home invader in Victoria, if they break into your house and they hurt themselves, you're responsible for that. Would you believe that? Can you believe that shit? They break in your... So if I was to break into my neighbour's house and accidentally, I don't know, get a cut and get infected or break my leg or something like that, it's my neighbour's fault because of OH&S or some stupid shit. I love the Australian cricket team too. I do as well when they win. When they win. I think they had a big loss against Pakistan recently. That's not good. Who's your favourite? I love Mitchell Starc. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. If it's not Kushtab, I don't know.
Really?
That's what Kushtab says. I like Travis Head. Yeah, Dan, how have you been, mate? Wasn't there like a court thing that happened a few years ago? What do you mean? Oh, with if I broke in your house, would emotional injuries count? Yeah, maybe. Well, you deal with all sorts of trauma. You could probably inflict some serious emotional. You'd probably like Hannibal Lecter. You get right into people's heads. I bet you could do a number on them. Great choice. Pat Cummins is also great.
Not that again.
If this isn't Kushtab, I don't know.
I know Krishnav's so quiet.
Kushtab, why are you so quiet? But still, the GOAT is Ricky Ponting and him. Yeah. Shane Warne. Shane Warne's the GOAT. Been chilling? Nice. What have you been playing recently? Have you finished, yeah, I think you finished the other ones. Yep.
Did his girlfriend recover from the flu?
Oh, yeah, how's your missus? I know she was a bit sick. Yeah, sorry, is it Sylvie? Yeah. Sylvie. Sylvie. Fuck, I forgot how to say it from last night. Sylvie. Yeah, Sylvie. That's what it was. Yeah, Sylvie. Yeah, I did remember it just. Yeah, your missus. Yep. Steve Smith, the sandpaper goat. I think.
She died. She had a good run.
Oh, that's not good. No, I take it she's better, but yeah.
You shouldn't laugh.
Yeah, no, you're right. That was very inappropriate for me to laugh. Yeah, no, it wasn't the hantavirus or anything. See, I'm going to do that at the football game. There's a football game coming up that we're going to, because I get to watch Essendon get wrecked, right? Yeah, I know. It's not the first time I've been told that I failed. But, yeah. Mitchell Stark or Brett Lee? Mitchell Stark. I prefer him. Those first wicket overs, first over wickets, not wicket overs. First over wickets are the best. But so no, we're going to the football game to watch Essendon get destroyed by Melbourne because when you're an Essendon fan, you just love watching your team get smashed. And so we're gonna go there because we get free tickets. That's the only reason why I wouldn't pay for that. But we're gonna go there, and if there's too many people sitting next to me, I'm gonna and then I'm gonna cough and sneeze, and I'm gonna, I don't know, fart a little bit. And then I'm gonna be like, oh, this fucking hantavirus is killing me, and I'm gonna see if everyone clears away.
There's probably not gonna be anyone there anyways. Nobody wants to go see Essendon play.
Yeah, Essendon. Yeah, Ronaldo or Messi. But yeah, the way to clear the space is to act really sick and make out you got a bowler or the hantavirus or something like that. You're like, oh fuck, it hurts. Oh, I've been struggling. You know, just put it on a little bit. Like when you're at school and you want to get out of class, you know. How's your 1,000-day challenge going? Essendon. 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 Yep. Who do you follow, mate? You must have a team. Or you're from Queensland. You might not even follow it. You probably have a rugby team. I go for the Storm, obviously. The 1,000-day challenge is going good. We're on day 71, going strong. Should be on day fucking 150 something. But we don't talk about that. Nah, we like the Storm. Go the Storm. Got a great jacket over there. The Storm jacket.
Chains and whips.
Oh, I thought you were into chains and whips. No, I once went to the sex shop, right? I went down to Sexyland. And I was like, oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. And there was all these whips, yeah. And I grabbed this huge fucking whip. It was massive. It was ginormous. And I grabbed it and I was like, whoosh, and the fucking thing cut my skin open. It was crazy. And I was like, hey, they should put a warning on that. That's fucking dangerous.
Did you enjoy it there?
No, I did not enjoy it. I didn't get a little bit hard or anything like that. Typical Melbourne lover, yeah. Well, I am from Melbourne. You know, you can't help it. We got no one else. Who do you go for? My dog doesn't like the storm. They scare her. Yeah, the thunder. They don't like the thunder. And the fireworks. The cracker. Yeah, the crackers. Yeah, I can say that. I'm white, yeah.
I'm not
White people can say crackers. Hey?
I'm not a dominatrix, thank God.
Wifey loved, I bet. Nah, she doesn't get the old, what is it, the leather boots out and stomp on me. Put my nuts in pliers. I saw that once when I was young. I was like, whoa! He fucking put him in pliers. I couldn't believe that. Test or T20? Probably Test. I like Test cricket. Sachin or Ponting? Ponting, yeah. Virat or Smith? Probably go Virat on that one, to be honest. Bumrash or Stark? What? Oh, Bumrah. Yeah, we'll go Stark. Go for the Waz. What's that one? Wait. Sorry, I must have misread that. No, I'm not gonna lie. We see some really fucked up things with some of the Indian names. I'm not gonna lie.
Not just them.
That's from my dad. Because we listened to the 12th Man. It's this funny comedy. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of it. The 12th Man. Fuck, that's funny. He's like, oh, I poo my pants, Ricky. He's like, go change them then, you sick bastard. No, he's like, no, I'm wearing my Puma pants. He's like, oh. Alright. Australia 23 World Cup squad or India. Is this the under 23s? I don't know what you're talking about. The Warriors. I don't even know who they are. No, I do know who they are. But nah, still go the Storm. Go the Storm. I need to support some team that wins because when you're an Essendon fan, it just sucks. It just sucks. There was even this kid today. I did some. What is it for the company I want to work for? I think I've got the job now. Actually, I did alright today. But they did some assessment for with the OT for the kid, and all he wanted to do was talk about football during the assessment. He's asking the guy who's been teaching me. He's like, "Who do you go for?" And he's like, "Essendon, unfortunately." And he's like, "Oh," he's like, "I go for Carlton, and we got a game this week apparently." But I don't really pay attention because I don't like watching Essendon lose. And then he's like, "Oh no, you beat Melbourne." And that was after a 17-game losing streak. I was like, this kid, I don't know if he's taking the piss or what. But anyway. We are second. What is, I haven't seen it. What is it? NRL. Haven't actually paid attention. I've been so busy. Who's ahead? The Panthers, the Warriors. Oh, you are there. Where's the fucking Storm? Oh, they're doing shit. 8 losses. Fucking hell.
They're tanking.
No, that's not good. Fuck. No, all my teams are doing shit. All right, where's my Dodgers hat?
The way you say Essendon.
Yeah, Essendon what?
He takes it as S&M.
Oh, S&M. Ah. Yeah, I have to go for him. An S&M fan, yeah. Fuck, you're quick, aren't you, mate? But in that tournament, India played so well. But Aussies were unstoppable as always.
What sort of Switzerland USA person loves cricket?
Yeah, exactly? What person from Switzerland who speaks Spanish that's in America studies likes Australian cricket?
A female too.
A female, yeah, nonetheless. Yeah. Yeah, where are they? Nowhere. Yeah, nowhere. Yeah, we're doing dog shit. Fucking hell, -4 in points difference. Fuck. -4, you want to be positive. The Panthers are plus 205. Warriors 154 plus.
Yeah, it's unique.
Holy shit.
Definitely unique.
Mate, you're going to be like that lady. I'll be, you going to watch the FIFA World Cup? Or maybe. Is anyone here going to be watching that? I might watch it a little bit. I used to watch it. When's that? I haven't even been paying attention to that. FIFA World Cup. Sportsbet gave me some free bet for Norway to win. And I know Aaron, what's his name? Hardland? What's his name? That scary looking Norwegian man. What's his name? Eric Hardland, is it? Fuck, I don't know his name. Eric Haaland, that's the one. Yeah, the huge. He's got a fucking massive forehead. When's the one? Friday, the 12th of June. That's when it starts. He also played basketball. Watching that, yeah, I might watch it. It's always on at a shit time. I must bed now. All right, Dan, you stay magnificent, my friend. Hope you have a great night. Have a good sleep. Have some sweet dreams. Dream of Fluffy Puff here. MJ the GOAT. But yeah, no, I wish you all the best, my friend. You know that. Yeah, I've got a Bulls jumper. I found it buried. I haven't worn that in ages.
It doesn't fit.
It would fit. It was oversized years ago. So it probably fits me really well now. I still have sus on me. What do you mean? See? You'd only say that. You understood the joke. You know why I said that. You know why I said... I mean, you still... What do you mean sus? There's no sus. Fluffy Puff. No, I don't think you're fake. You're clearly real. You're not... See, Sylvia thought you were a bot, but see, a bot wouldn't write like this. There's no ChatGPT here. I'm new to Twitch, just that. Yeah, no. That's fair enough. I kind of... If I look you up, it should say that, yeah. Created account June the 3rd. Yep, that's right. Very new. 1 day old. That's as new as it gets. I will say he didn't say that. Yep. Oh, I trust you. Yeah, no. I know, but at the start you might think they're a bot or something like that, but then the more they write, you realise, oh, there's no way this is a robot. A freak of nature, perhaps. A basketball playing, cricket following, Spanish speaking, residing in America, studying medical, from Switzerland human being.
Still got like 16.
Oh yeah, I've got to get into this. The Epistle of Paul, the Apostle to the Romans, addressed to the congregations yet unvisited. This epistle presents the most systematic statement of the Pauline proclamation. Kerigama, Pauline. Thinking of Pauline Hanson now. Centering upon the relation of the new Israel to the old. Personal allusions of the final chapter suggest it's being a fragment of another letter. Paul, a servant of Jesus Christ, called to be an apostle, separated unto the gospel of God, which he had promised afore by his prophets in the holy scriptures, concerning his Son Jesus Christ our Lord, which was made of the seed of David according to the flesh, and declared to be the Son of God with power, according to the Spirit of holiness, by the resurrection from the dead, by whom we have received grace and apostleship for obedience to the faith among all nations for his name, among whom are ye also, the called of Jesus Christ. To all that be in Rome, beloved of God, called to be saints, grace to you and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. First, I thank my God through Jesus Christ for you all, that your faith is spoken of throughout the whole world. For God is my witness, whom I serve with my spirit in the gospel of his Son, that without ceasing I make mention of you always in my prayers. Paul's desire to visit the Romans, making request, if by any means now at length I might have a prosperous journey by the will of God to come unto you. For I long to see you, that I may impart unto you some spiritual gift, to the end ye may be established. That is, that I may be comforted together with you by the mutual faith both of you and me. Now I would not have you ignorant, brethren, that oftentimes I purposed to come unto you, but was let hitherto, that I might have some fruit among you also, even as among the other Gentiles. I am debtor both to the Greeks and to the barbarians, both to the wise and to the unwise. So, as much as as much as in me, how can I say that? As much as in me is, I am ready to preach the gospel to you that are at Rome also. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to every one that believeth, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek. For therein is the righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. What's going on here? What a list. Who clicked this go-to photo? Siblings Igglybuff, Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff. Wigglybuff. I like that one. Sins of the Gentiles. No. There it is. God angry with sin. For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men, who hold the truth in unrighteousness, because that which may be known of God is manifest in them, for God hath shewed it unto them. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Sins of the Gentiles, because that, when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds, and four-footed beasts, and creeping things. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness throughout the lusts of their own hearts, to dishonour their own bodies between themselves. Who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lusts one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meet. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to reprobate mind, to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with an all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Is it translated bad? What's this?
The name Fluffy Puff. Is there like another meaning to it or something?
Fluffy Puff. That's what I shouldn't say it, should I? Should I? When I hear Fluffy Puff, I think of like a shampoo and conditioned pubis. It's like a fluffy puff. I shouldn't have said that. That's what came to mind though. I don't know why. I'm a simple man.
Kushal just digs his hole.
I think of Powerpuff Girls. Oh, that's more innocent. I like that. I wish I thought of that. Fluffy Puff. Or it's like Jack Jack with a little bit of hair on his head. If it was like just light and fluffy, like a little fluffy puff. Yeah, I didn't. I know. I'm a sick man. I'm a sick man. Something's wrong with me. Chapter 2. God's judgment is impartial. Therefore thou art inexcusable, O man, whoever thou art that judgest. For they were speaking of me, this guy here, who was a sick man. For wherein thou judgest another, thou condemnest thyself. For thou that judgest doest the same things. But we are sure that the judgment of God is according to truth against them which commit such things. And thinkest thou this, O man, that judgest them which do such things, and doest the same, that thou shalt escape the judgment of God? Or despisest thou the riches of his goodness and forbearance and longsuffering, not knowing that the goodness of God leadeth thee to repentance? But after thy hardness and impenitent heart treasurest up unto thyself wrath against the day of wrath. But after thy hardness and impenitent heart treasurest up unto thyself wrath against the day of wrath and revelation of the righteous judgment of God, who will render to every man according to his deeds, to them who by patient continuance in well-doing seek for glory and honour and immortality, eternal life. But unto them that are contentious and do not obey the truth, but obey unrighteousness, indignation, and wrath. The law is for Jew and Gentile. Oh, yep, that's true. I wish I was more complicated, but I am but a man. Tribulation and anguish upon every soul of man that doeth evil, of the Jew first, and also of the Gentile, but glory, honour, and peace to every man that worketh good. What's this? Oh, look at him. He's a peaceful little fella. He's happy. The dog's sleeping peacefully. He's happy. Worketh to the Jew and also the Gentile. For there is no respect of persons with God. For as many as have sinned without law shall also perish without law, and as many as have sinned in the law shall be judged by the law. For not the hearers of the law are just before God, but the doers of the law shall be justified. For when the Gentiles, which have not the law, do by nature the things contained in the law, these, having not the law, are a law unto themselves, which shew the work of the law written in their hearts, their conscience also bearing witness, and their thoughts the mean, while accusing or else excusing one another. In the day when God shall judge the secrets of men by Jesus Christ according to my gospel. Behold, thou art called a Jew, and restest in the law, and makest thy boast of God, and knowest his will, and approvest the things that are more excellent, being instructed out of the law, and art confident that thou thyself art a guide of the blind, a light of them which are in darkness, an instructor of the foolish, a teacher of babes, which hast the form of knowledge and of the truth in the law. Thou therefore which teachest another, teachest thou not thyself? Thou that teachest a man should not steal, dost thou steal? Thou that sayest a man should not commit adultery, dost thou commit adultery? That thou abhorrest idols, dost thou commit sacrilege? Thou that makest thy boast of the law, through breaking the law dishonourest thou God? For the name of God is blasphemed among the Gentiles among you, as it is written, For circumcision verily profiteth, if thou keep the law. But if thou be a breaker of the law, thy circumcision is made uncircumcision. Therefore if the uncircumcision keeps the righteousness of the law, shall not his uncircumcision be counted for circumcision? And shall not uncircumcision, which is by nature, if it fulfill the law, judge thee, who by the latter uncircumcision dost transgress the law? For he is not a Jew, which is one outwardly, neither is that circumcision, which is outward in the flesh. But he is a Jew, which is one inwardly, and circumcision is that of the heart, in the spirit, and not in the letter, whose praise is not of men, but of God. Oh man, that's a lot of circumcisions. Fucking hell. Oh. It's Romans, of course. Law. Is that what it's all going to be about? Oh, luckily it doesn't go for too long, I hope. Well, it goes up to Romans 16, then it stops somewhere up to Corinthians, then Galatians, which is what Nut Clapper was talking about. Oh, I was struggling with that. It was so much circumcision, it was making me uncomfortable. Oh. It's just the idea of it, just snip, 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 snip. And they're just throwing it around willy-nilly like it's nothing. Not good. It's not something that should be taken, so lightly. Chapter 3, the Jew's prerogative. What advantage then hath the Jew? Or what profit is there of circumcision? Oh, it keeps on going. Much every way, chiefly, because that unto them were committed the oracles of God. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect? God forbid. Yea, let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. But if our righteousness command the righteousness of God, what shall we say? Is God unrighteous who taketh vengeance? I speak as a man. God forbid. For then how shall God judge the world? For if the truth of God hath more abounded through my lie unto his glory, why yet am I also judged as a sinner? And not rather, as we be slanderously reported, and as some affirm that we say, let us do evil, that good may come, whose damnation is just. What then? Are we better than they? No, in no wise, for we have before proved, both Jews and Gentiles, that they are all under sin. As it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one. There is none that understandeth, there is none that seeketh after God. They are all gone out of the way. They are together become unprofitable. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. Their throat is an open sepulchre. With their tongues they have used deceit. The poison of asps is under their lips, whose mouth is full of cursing and bitterness. Their feet are swift to shed blood. Destruction and misery are in their ways, and the way of peace have they not known. There is no fear of God before their eyes. Now we know that the things soever the law saith, it saith to them who are under the law, that every mouth may be stopped, and all the world may become guilty before God. Yes, so it is a law book. Here we go. Flesh not justified by law. Therefore, by the deeds of the law, there shall no flesh be justified in his sight, for by the law is the knowledge of sin. Yeah. But now the righteousness of God without the law is manifested, being witnessed by the law and the prophets, even the righteousness of God, which is by faith of Jesus Christ unto all and upon all them that believe, for there is no difference. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God, being justified freely by his grace, through the redemption that is in Christ Jesus, whom God hath set forth to be a propitiation. Well, I don't even know that word. Propitiation through faith in his blood, to declare his righteousness for the remission of sins that are past through the forbearance of God, to declare, I say, at this time his righteousness, that he might be just, and the justifier of him which believeth in Jesus. Where is boasting then? It is excluded. By what law? Of works? Nay, but by the law of faith. All justified by faith. I wonder how many times the word law pops up. Therefore we conclude that a man is justified by faith without the deeds of the law. Is he the God of the Jews only? Is he not also of the Gentiles? Yes, of the Gentiles also. Seeing it is one God, which shall justify the circumcision by faith and uncircumcision through faith. Do we then make void the law through faith? God forbid, yea, we establish the law. Chapter 4. Abraham justified by faith. What shall we say then that Abraham our father, as pertaining to the flesh, hath found? For if Abraham were justified by works, he hath whereof to glory, but not before God. For what saith the Scripture? Abraham believed God, and it was counted unto him for righteousness. Now to him that worketh is the reward not reckoned of grace, but of debt. But to him that worketh not, but believeth on him that justifieth the ungodly, his faith is counted for righteousness. Even as David also describeth the blessedness of the man, unto whom God imputeth righteousness without works, saying, Blessed are they whose iniquities are forgiven, and whose sins are covered. Blessed is the man to whom the Lord will not impute sin. Cometh this blessedness then upon the circumcision only, or upon the uncircumcision also? For we say that faith was reckoned to Abraham for righteousness. How was it then reckoned? When he was in circumcision or in uncircumcision? Not in circumcision, but in uncircumcision. And he received the sign of circumcision, a seal of the righteousness of the faith which he had yet being uncircumcised, that he might be the father of all them that believe, though they be not circumcised, that righteousness might be imputed unto them also, and the father of circumcision to them who are not of the circumcision only, but who also walk in the steps of that faith of our father Abraham, which he had being yet uncircumcised. Ah. It's written so much in here, it's blowing my mind. Ugh. Oh, this is a rough one to get through. Bro, I think that guy is just talking like me, like cricket or other things, but I am not writing from any other ID. I'd have only my main ID and that Lily ID. Don't misunderstand. I told you I believed you, didn't I? I believe you, Kushtab. I believe you. You wouldn't lie to me. Surely not. The promise made through faith. For the promise that he should be the heir of the world was not to Abraham or to his seed through the law, but through the righteousness of faith. For if they which are of the law be heirs, faith is made void, and the promise made of none effect. Because the law worketh wrath. For where no law is, there is no transgression. Therefore it is of faith, that it might be by grace, to the end the promise might be sure to all the seed, not to that only which is of the law, but to that also which is of the faith of Abraham, who is the father of us all. As it is written, I have made thee a father of many nations, before him whom he believed, even God, who quickeneth the dead, and calleth those things which be not as though they were, who against hope believed in hope, that he might become the father of many nations, according to that which was spoken, so shall thy seed be. And being not weak in faith, he considered not his own body now dead, when he was about 100 years old, neither yet the deadness of Sarah's womb. He staggered not at the promise of God through unbelief, but was strong in faith, giving glory to God, and being fully persuaded that what he had promised he was able also to perform, and therefore it was imputed to him for righteousness. Now it was not written for his sake alone that it was imputed to him. Our faith shall be imputed to us for righteousness, but for us also, to whom it shall be imputed, if we believe on him that raised up Jesus our Lord from the dead, who was delivered for our offences and was raised again for our justification. Chapter 5. Justification by faith. Oh, we got there. I don't like Romans. It's a lot of law and a lot of circumcision and uncircumcision, and I don't know. How many Romans are there in this? Is there only 2? If it says Romans 1, usually that means there's a second one coming. Yeah, man. What do we got? The Old Testament. The New Testament. Chronology. Yeah, sorry guys, that was a rough read. Why isn't it telling me the order? Oh, the marriage stuff. Old Testament books. They even show them. Huh. Thought there was a few of them in there. We're getting closer. We'll be there in no time. Alrighty. I believe it's only one, or well, I hope so. That one's rough. Some are a lot easier than others, depending on who the author is. That's for sure. Oh, Hopefully Lissa gives me a haircut tomorrow. My daughter wants to be a hairdresser, so I let her use me as a like a human doll head, you know. I let her practice on me. I let her get really long like this, and then I let her practice. So we'll see what she can do. Well, Revelations will be a lot. And this one, I reckon it will be. I remember, like, so you said it was cute. Some people, I remember there was someone at the gym who's like, you trust your daughter to cut your hair? I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit. He's like a pretty boy. So he wouldn't want his hair to be ruined. But like I said, I don't care. Like, you know, like, why not? What's the worst that could happen? Yeah. You just need to cut it a little bit more. It'll be right. You know what I mean? Of course. But it would mean a lot to her. Yeah, she likes it. She realizes how hard it can be. That's why I try to make it as shaggy as possible for her. That way she gets a few shots. First I try to get a trim. And if that doesn't come out alright, I'm like, you can just do more, cut more. And she can keep going until, like, you know, I'll either end up with a buzz cut or bald. Either. She'll figure it out. Practice makes perfect. Alrighty. Writing. When is this happening? Well, tomorrow's a good day. Tomorrow, I've got nothing really going on. So I'm trying to get a massive day in at the gym because I've been just struggling real bad. I've only been able to really... Because when I go later in the day, I get headaches. So I try to go earlier. Otherwise, I just use my weighted vest and run around doing that and basic stuff. But, so I'm going to have a huge day at the gym. I'm going to clean up a bit. And then I'll get her to do it in the afternoon sometime. So it should be tomorrow. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, it'll happen Saturday. So I got plenty of time. When she gets back from school. So basically we'll have the aftermath next stream. Hopefully. It'll be next stream or the stream after that. It's got to be done. It's getting way too long. Like, look at that. It's just too much. I can only be pushing it out of my eyes so much. Because you know it gets too long when you need a hat to eat your food, you know? That's when I think it's too long. That's when I draw the line. Yep, exactly. It kind of looks alright like this because I style it all the time. Like I've trained it to sort of sit like this. But when the wind comes out, yep. When I eat, when I look down or whatever, it's hard to keep out. It's only because I've trained it so much. I've had long hair forever now, though.
Since you stopped drugs.
Yeah, since I stopped drugs, I just let it grow. I'm on that spiritual experience. I'm like, oh, Lord, Father in heaven, grow my hair. Let it not fall out. Not just yet. I don't give a shit if it does fall out, eh? That's one thing I don't care about, really. Like, I've thought about that. Like, sometimes I've been doing it for years. I'm like, oh, I'm going bald, but my hair, like, it's like literally been the same since I was 14. Like, it hasn't changed at all. So, it's not that bad. Because I'm like, oh, I'm going bald. My wife's like, would you shut up with that? You're not going bald. Yeah, that's what I said. My hairline's been the same since I was 14. And yet every time I'm like, oh no, look at it. Look at it.
You just used to be
It's gone back a little bit. And it hasn't. It's literally stayed the same. Going with this lighting.
Gotta turn the light off.
No, yep. Ugh.
Too bright.
I'm white. There we go.
Blue light.
Blue light. That's that light blue. Tungsten. I don't know.
The orange.
Orange. Yeah, we want to go Donald Trump color. Go orange. Orange as fuck. Nah, doesn't go that orange. Blessed, I guess. I don't know. I can't grow a beard, so it does come at a cost. You don't meet many people with a great beard and a great head of hair.
Beard and
Anyway, we don't talk about the other beard. No, we don't speak about that beard. Black beard. Yep. And some would say that the hair that grows in your ass, they call that the brown beard. I have very poor humor. Just yeah. Yep. I don't give a shit. I just say what I think sometimes. I do kind of gauge. I'm like, how inappropriate and wrong is this? Will I get banned? No, I won't get banned. I might just get looked at funny. That's okay. I can live with that. Will I get banned? I better not say it. Alright, let's go ahead. And then it comes out. That's the filter. It only goes through that one filter. Will it get banned? And I've said things that I might... yeah. Lucky I'm not streaming. Like, I'm not a big streamer because I probably would have been banned. I have said things in the past where I'm like... right on the borderline. Love to the wife and kitties, and no, you won't get banned. You just get freaks in chat. Like me. That's alright. Birds of a feather flock together, so they say.
they're worse than you.
Yep, that's alright. That's why we all come together, because, you know, we're all fucked up. Anyway, sounds good to you too. To everyone, take care, stay magnificent, you have a good night. Until the next time, my friend. All the best. I mean that. Alrighty. What else was it? Oh, I will, trust me. Got a big day tomorrow. But yeah, you have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye. How's it going? Hope you're having a great time, my friend. I appreciate the little hello. Hello. Oh yeah, should put some music on. Filling the void. It is just my ASMR typing. And today we're going to be writing a book. Wonderful book. Psst, 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 psst. That's how people do it, isn't it? I'm not going to lick the microphone though.
Rub your tits on it.
Yeah, I'm not going to rub my greasy nipples on there, nah. Sorry to disappoint anyone. MJ, how are you, my friend? Hello. Oh, it is working. That's alright. Today's translation test is extremely difficult and really toughed me out. Yep. That's how we grow, my friend. We turn into diamonds from the pressure. We either crumble and break and shatter, or we turn into shiny diamonds. Everything is hard. Everything is hard. You did alright, yeah? Or do you have your results yet? Was it more the mental pressure? Because it's like sometimes you can be alright, you know what I mean? And you sort of know everything and you're prepped. But then when you go into it, like stress kicks in and nerves do a funny thing to some people. I remember when I went for my instructor's thing, my exam. I don't know why, but like I had the Fitbit on at the time, and it said my heart rate was like 140 beats per minute throughout the entire thing. Like I was just so nervous for some reason because I wanted to get it. Because you had to get every single question right. Oh, that sucks. You just want to fucking know. Oh, that's sad. Cliffhanger. Well, he's praying for you, mate. I'll be thinking of you. I don't want to know the grade because if I find out, I'll be even more devastated. Oh, I know what you mean. But you're gonna have to find out sooner or later. It's better to just like, as long as you tried your best, that's all you can do. That's all we can ever do. No, we'd like to get everything right all the time, but as long as you get your pass, that's the main thing, You've been studying hard, I'm pretty sure. You seem to study pretty hard, so I reckon you'll be alright. Alrighty. Another day done. I have a language exam on Sunday and I'm trying my best to study for it. Get rid of this sadness. What do you mean, just sadness, bro? You sad about something? It's not good. You alright? Make sure my bro's alright. Been studying too hard, mate. So because of the awful translation test. Oh. True. Oh, my friend, you'll be alright. You'll survive. Remember what I said, eh? That everything's already in the past. You know? Everything that's gonna happen is already happened in a way. We just haven't experienced it yet. So all the results, all our hard work, everything that's to come, it's already happened. So just let it be, you know? Just keep trying your best and see what happens, and that's all we can ever do. I'm skipping now. What's your schedule? How are you? True. My schedule is I've just done my the reading and writing. I'm probably gonna go to bed, to be honest. I've been struggling to go to the gym. I've ordered some equipment because I want to do stuff at home now. I've ordered like a bench and some weights because with all the stuff I've been doing, I've been going to the gym pretty late, and when I go to the gym late, there's always too many people there, and I seem to get a headache. Yeah, I'm gonna be. I thought I'd just talk to you quickly. I like talking to you. And then so I ordered that, get bench, some weights. That way I can do a majority of the stuff at home. And because otherwise I like to do it in the morning, but because I go to bed on the later side, and then I get up early, and then by the time, like, I don't really have time unless I get up super early. I'd have no sleep and rest, and you got to prioritize your rest, otherwise your brain just doesn't function, your body doesn't recover. You really got to prioritize it. So upon realizing that, I was like, fuck. So I tried to go later, but going later, I realized I get all those headaches, and so I was like, all right, I'm gonna figure out something where I can do it at home. Yeah, it's just I don't know what it is. Like you're waiting on machines all the time. Like I said, it just doesn't suit me going later. So I've ordered some benches, like a bench that pretty much does a lot of stuff, and a few weights. It's a few $100 or whatever, but it'll pay itself off pretty quick. Oh, like it's better than spending thousands and thousands of dollars and shit, but it'll do the job. Got my weighted vest, got that, got like skipping ropes and shit, and then go for a walk. You know, plenty of stuff to do. Might get one of those things that screw into the brick wall so I can do hangs and pull-ups. But so yeah, there's that. I'm starting the dog course soon. The gonna also try to do some training course as well, part time, so I can kind of be a teacher, not like a teacher for like a school teacher, but like to teach these courses that I wanna oh, what is it? I want to conduct courses for people. So I could teach them maybe to be driving instructors, maybe to be dog trainers as well, you know, all my areas of expertise. I'm getting mods put in the car soon, so I'm thinking about that. What other mods I might get. The schedule's just like work, study, train, get as much shit done as I can. Like, and I mean that as much shit done as I can. And then rest well. And that's life, you know? Like I said, I'm trying to make up for like years of laziness by being unbelievably busy. It's great to train and benefit people. True, like, and that's the thing. Like when you go to the gym, there's like three types of people. There's like the people that are there you can train with and you get a good vibe off them, And yeah, like someone told me that too. Like you know what I mean? Like you go there and they're good, and you're actually working out and you're getting the most out of it. Then you got people that just don't shut the fuck up, and they just want to chew your ear off and tell you all about their life. And it's like, listen, like we don't got all the time in the world. I don't mind listening to people. Like, you know, I am interested a lot of the time. But then when you're on a tight schedule and you got to get stuff done, and you're like literally having to walk off and like start the set while they're talking, you know, and it's not even to be rude. It's just because like you need to get your workout in. Like that gets a little bit annoying, especially when they're like not realizing it. Like they just want to like, I'm not there for a social club, you know. I'm there to work out. You know, I'll talk if we're gonna work out, but yeah. But no, I don't think there are 3 people. I think it's 2 types of people. Like if you're gonna go there. Oh, thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. We're getting there. It's just around the corner now. Only, what, 929 days to go? We'll be there in no time. Oh, it's going to be a crazy day. I'm looking forward to it so much. You have no idea. I'm like planning it out already. I can already see the future, you know. As long as too much shit doesn't go wrong in the world, then I can kind of see, like, I've done everything I need to now to make sure everything is going in the right direction to achieve my vision. And without this challenge and without God, it just wouldn't be possible. I get to meet great people like you know, it's good. Oh yeah, my wife put this up. Yep, that's good. This is all I need. I got the people, I got the world. Slowly conquer the world. We got Goku, a great motivator. I like wearing the shirt at the gym. Happy days. Happy days. Listen, it's not about good. Who's good? No one's like good in the world. Like when you say good, what do you mean? Like I literally looked that up earlier. I was like, how do I become a righteous man and a good human being in the eyes of, you know, like for you to be your God, but for me it's like for Christ and you know, and God. Like how do I do that? Because sometimes like when you read the text, like all you can get out of it is like try to be good, try to be righteous. It's like how do I be righteous? And it's like you just gotta want to be a better person. You gotta want to do the right thing. You gotta try to help people out. You gotta not have a selfish heart. You can't judge others and like when there's stuff wrong with you, you know. So I don't know. Like, 'cause if you're trying, you know, then you will get better. It's those who are like thick-headed and don't want to get better, and they're just happy being like, you know, not doing the right thing. I try to be a good person. You know what I mean? I really do. I don't know. Some of us are just born like that. Like, you obviously want to be good. The word good can mean that you make sound decisions that benefit both you and others. Okay. Yeah. Well, there you go. I hope to do that too. I hope to do that too. I hope to be good all around. Like I said, I want my $10 million. I want my nice house. Then I want to help people and help people and help people some more. Give back to the community. And I'll be a happy man. Yep, we set. And I kind of know what I got to do to make it happen. So, we power on, my friend. So I truly believe in that. I listened to so much self-help stuff over the years, but I never really implemented it. But now I'm implementing it. So, like if I can help anyone, I'm a happy man. It's a good feeling. That's why I like my job with the driving instructing. Like when you see people actually like improve and their confidence goes up, or they pass their test, or you've helped them with something massive. Like it's just a great feeling. I'm just one of those people that likes to help people. But I'm sure you'll find that with whatever you do in life, mate. Whatever you do. If you, like I said, if that calls to you, then you'll find some profession that you can do that with. That you can apply yourself to. And it makes you so happy. And content. Because I don't know if like we can never truly be happy as much as we can like be content. And just be grateful. And yeah. Oh no, that was my wedding photo. That's me on the wedding day. Right that, yeah. Doing this shit. Ooh. Yeah, that was me on the wedding day. Yep. I use that photo as the magnificent one. That's the sharpest I've ever looked in my whole life. Yeah, I got married, bro. Yeah, I got married. I've been with my wife. We got together when we were 14 years old. Then we had a kid. I got her pregnant after 3 months because, you know, like I always say, certain parts of your anatomy, if you know what I mean, they lead you like a compass. And it led straight to that, to getting her pregnant. And then, and then I waited 14 years and then we got married last year. So, yeah, this year it'll be 15 years in a couple of months. But I only got married last year. But yeah, that's the photo. That's the wedding photo, that one with the red tie. And me posing. I was in a good mood that day. I loved your story. May God protect you and keep you together. Thank you, my friend. And I do appreciate that. I really do. And you too, man. May God, look after you. I'll be thinking of you a lot more. Especially when I'm walking around, I'm like, man, getting online, you meet such interesting people, some good people. You meet some real sickos. You're not one of the sickos, luckily. But, you know what I mean? Like, you're one of the... You seem more serious, and you seem more like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like, you've got a bit more purpose to you. You've got a bit more of... I don't know how to explain it. I don't know, it's weird. Nobody ever thanks me for my advice, typically, eh? They just say, oh, that's interesting. But hey, I'll take it. I'll take it, my friend. You can always learn something from someone if you listen to them. Always. If you can learn something from me, well, there you go. That's got it work right there, isn't it? But no, I truly do mean that, bro. I really do. I'm actually someone who does want the best for everyone. So I really do want you to succeed. So I do wish you all the best with everything. I do wish you yeah, yeah, exactly that. I just wish you all the best. That's all we should do, man. Like, we need that symbiotic nature to the life, People are too much trying to bring people down. Like, they think it's like a zero-sum game. Like, if for me to do well, someone else has to be doing badly. That's not the case. We can all work and, benefit one another in a symbiotic way. It doesn't have to be a parasitical way. It can be symbiotic. You do well, I do well, we all do well. True. I guess some of my life experience is coming in handy then. Yep. Married, have some kids, work hard, be determined, have a vision. Like I said, figure out what you want to do in life because that's what gives you purpose. And fucking chase it and chase it and chase it. Realize you're only young for a little bit, man. I learned something from Steve Harvey. Have you ever seen The Price is Right? Have you ever seen that black guy, Steve Harvey? He's a fucking funny man. Do you know who I'm talking about? He's like the host on The Price is Right. I'll show you. Oh, you do know him? Yeah. Yeah, good. That guy. He said something that was amazing to me, man. That stood out to me because I was listening to some stuff that was almost like brainwashing in a way. But it's just because I was addicted to listening to people who were successful and all their advice and everything about it, the way the universe works and the way you know what I mean? Like, if you want to be successful and you want to be you have to listen to people who are successful. There's this weird theory that you're the sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time around. And that could be like your friends, family, but that could also be people that you watch and are influenced by. And so that could be like a Joe Rogan. That could be like for me, it was like I don't know, a Jordan Peterson for a while. And then I don't even know who mine is. I listen to so many different things. I like the Greek philosophers. So I've got like these sprinkles of all these different like, so I never really like stayed on one. So I sort of sprinkled all the way around. You know, obviously you're more your father if you hang around your father or whoever else. So like, you know, certain people when you grow up. But anyway, the point was, his advice was that he said he wasted his whole 20s, which is something I relate to. And so when you waste your whole 20s, he's like you've done it wrong. He's like, because if you did everything right and you work, because in your 20s you're sort of free, you're out of college. In his case, you're rebellious. You've just gotten out of home. You've got all this freedom and you're young. So you just want to party and you can do it tomorrow, sort of thing. And you keep putting off tomorrow, and like life seems like it's never going away when you're in your 20s, or you know, when you're at that, you're so young that you don't really see like that you should be setting yourself up. You've got all this energy, and you can drink and get up early the next morning and it's fine. You can do this, you can do that, you can hang out with women, you can hang out partying. He's like, and before you know it, it's gone. He's like, and all the time you should have spent and all the energy you should have had in your 20s, like you could have set yourself up already in that decade for your 30s and in your 40s. He's like, you'll be set already by like 30, 40 years old. Where because you fucked up and you didn't do it in your 20s, you're going to have to spend all your 30s doing it. And those should be the years where you're starting to enjoy yourself and you're starting to be more in a relaxed like state. He's like, and now you have to do it in your 30s and you're a bit more tired and you can't do what you used to do and you're starting to have a more negative mindset. And, you know, and then if you really fuck it up, then you might have to do it in your 40s and that's not good. And then before you know it, you're an old man. You haven't got the energy you've got when you're young. Like he said, you want to do it in your 20s. He's like, your 20s is the key. Like you can achieve so much shit with that youth. Like, I've only got, like, really a few years of youth. I look at it like if I stay healthy maybe to 35, 36, 37, then I'm really going to start slowing down. Like, that's what I reckon will probably happen. So I look at it like I've really got these last, like, 7, 8 years to, like, get a lot of shit done. That's why by 40, I want my fucking $10 million in my house. Because I should have had it already, but I fucked up. So that was his advice, you know. Like, while you're young, figure out what you want to do. Work your ass off. Opportunities will come. The more shit you do, the more opportunities will come. It's amazing how there's a weird synchronicity to the world. Like when you think about things and want things and you work towards these things, it automatically attracts to you. I don't know, it's that fucking law of attraction, weird hippie shit. But part of it's real synchronicity in the world. Exactly. That's exactly right. So listening to him gave me this great perspective, and I was like, holy shit. And I was like, that's so true. And I was like, and so I remember that too a lot of the time. He's someone who's those words I remember. Make sure you use that youth wisely. So that's my biggest advice to you, because when you're young, like I said, it's easy to forget. It's easy to lose perspective. It's easy to get lost with your friends who aren't focused like you, who aren't driven like you, who just like think tomorrow's like, oh, we'll do it tomorrow, when you could have done it today and tomorrow will be a completely different day and you'll be in a much better position. So remember that, my friend. Honestly, like keep doing what you're doing, keep studying hard, keep going, you're doing the right thing already. You just got to keep it up. And good things will happen. Fluffy Puff. Yes, I remember you. What's going on? I start to feel ashamed and burdened because I'm in my early 20s and I'm not accomplishing anything. But see, you're in your early 20s. See? So that's why it's prime time now, baby. That's why it's prime time now. See, would you rather be in your early 20s and figure it out, or in your late 20s and figure it out? All my time is wasted on TikTok and Instagram. That's the story of many people, my friend. It's hard to break that. Like, I truly believe you need to create, like, do you write lists and goals? Like, do you have dreams? Like, I write my shit down. Like, I've got to take it off the wall out in the lounge and put it back up in here. Like, I've got my goals, so I'm looking at them all the time. You know what I mean? It's going to get that $10 million. It's going to be that fucking, have my driving school thing set up. It's gonna be like achieving like everything. I'm gonna be like doing my courses. I'm gonna have my house with my gym and all this shit. Like I'm envisioning it all, like, you know, with the videos on YouTube, because I finally got my SD card. Yes, like start making fucking videos. So for YouTube, and yeah, mate, write down everything you want to achieve. Yeah, and you, without a doubt, you'll have more than one thing. And if you've got more than one thing, that's good. So that way you can be doing 2-3 things at once. Yeah, because there's this rule that Warren Buffett said. He's some more advice from a great man. It's the 25-5 rule. And the 25-5 rule is this. You might have 25 priorities. Yeah. And you have to pick the 5 most important priorities and work towards them. 5 of them will be the things that are more important than the rest, and they have to be prioritized above the other 25. And you make sure you've done something every day towards those 5 things as much as you can do. And then once you've done as much as you can, then you go and focus on the other things. And before you know it, man, you're going to be like so close and heading towards your goal, and you're going to have all this momentum. You're just going to be on the path that you want to be on. You're not going to be like, oh, I'm wasting my life and I'm not, and you know, because there's the path of doing what you know you should be doing and you're doing it. And then there's the path, like Jordan Peterson did this thing as well. It's called self-authoring. He said, write your life the way it is. If you keep doing all the things you know you shouldn't be doing and everything like that, all the bad things, what's life going to look like in 10 years? And look at that person and write it down and look at it seriously. And then also on the other end of it, write down what life would be like if you were doing everything you know you should be doing. And what does life look like in 10 years from there? And that's your trajectory. You have a crossroads and you have a choice to make. You have a path to choose. And you must choose the right path if you want to be happy and content. Isn't it true? Yep. And as long as you're making the steps to actually do it, then that's it, mate. Like, what's the, you know, like, literally, my brain's just full of like fucking advice from like all these wise people. Like Miyamoto Musashi, the path of 1,000 miles, like the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. You know, to get to the top of the mountain, there is more than one path. Like, I'm just full of like all these fucking adages and sayings and things I've flooded my brain with. But that's what it is. And doing is the most important thing. Even write a list on your phone. You've got like notes, yeah? This is what I do. Look at this shit. I'm addicted to like trying to beat my own numbers. Because sometimes people will focus on like numbers like, oh, how many followers or views have I got? But that's not what's important. What's important is like how much work have you actually put in, how many videos you're putting out, all that sort of stuff, if that's your thing. Like this, I've got this thing, it's called just tasks done this week, right? And so I've got like June 1, and it's like all this shit, see? And it just goes on and on and on. I think I've got like 40 things done in one day or whatever it is, like at one stage. Then even if it's minor, even if it's little things like taking your medication, even if it's like doing the dishes, like these are all little tasks, man. They all add up. Like, and they all count as something, as long as you're not just sitting there wasting all your time. And even if you are wasting your time, like when I play my game, I have to write that down and I put it in red because I know I shouldn't be doing that because I could be doing something else. You know, stuff like that. And then you're more, it's hard to explain, but you sort of get into a mind of, I want to break that record. I want to break that record. I want to do more and more and more. Well, that's just a mental trick of mine anyway. It wouldn't work for everyone, but you know what I'm saying. That's good, my friend. That's good. On that note, I'm going to leave you to it because I am tired. And Fluffy Puff, if you're there, stay magnificent too. But the magnificent one needs his rest. It's always good to talk to you people. It's always good. MJ, Fluffy, you know I wish you all the best. You stay magnificent. You have a great night. And do what you want to do. Do what you set out to do. And you'll live a good life and a content life. We can only try, my friend. I only get sharper by, you know, making a million mistakes. Initiative and develop yourself and personality by recording these things. Yeah. That's right. Even if they're little, they all add up. Each and everything adds up. Sometimes you forget to do something like make your bed. You don't look at it like Peterson said that. If you can't make your bed and clean your room, how are you supposed to organize the world? You know, how are you supposed to do that? So yeah, don't worry. There'll be many more of these things, man. I've seen so many of them. But no worries, mate. You too. You have a good night, alright? Stay magnificent. Take care of yourself. Until the next time. Bye-bye. Anytime, my friend. Anytime. Take care.